Hey Cancer, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Nina and today we are doing November predictions for you. This may apply to Cancer Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take what resonates with you and leave the rest that doesn't. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do so at Sinfulpluto.com. And if you want to find me on social media, you can do so on Twitter and Instagram at Sinfulpluto. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. See what's going on for you, my moon children. I'm gonna stop. All right, we have the Fool card that fell out. Okay, wow, we have a few cards that fell out. Okay, we have the Fool first that fell out. And then we have the Devil reversed. Ooh, okay. So freedom from something, liberation from something that you might have been weak to. We have the Knight of Cups reversed. So maybe this is a person that you are freeing yourself from. And then Moon card. Okay, so maybe fear of the unknown or repressed feelings. We have the Four of Wands reversed, insecurity, instability, broken foundation. And then Queen of Wands. Okay. And then Ten of Wands reversed at the bottom of the deck. Wow. Okay, November looks like a really liberating month for you, to say the least, Cancer. That's really, really interesting, actually. Okay, so Ten of Wands reversed at the bottom of the deck. It seems as though, how do I put this? It seems as though you may have been carrying a lot of burdens, a lot of weight on your shoulders, whether they are yours to carry or not. It seems as though you might have had a lot on your mind, maybe being really hard on yourself or just doing things on your own, taking up certain tasks on your own and refusing to ask for help because you feel that you can do it on your own, or you don't want to bother anyone, or maybe you're trying to prove a point, maybe you're trying to prove something to yourself or to others that you can do it and that you are strong and that you're resilient and so on and so forth. But it seems as though in trying to carry all this shit, to carry all this weight, and to possibly even carry the weight of other people and the burdens and baggage of other people, you have been really tiring yourself out and exhausting yourself and not making enough time for you, possibly even neglecting your needs and your wants and desires and so on and so forth. And so I feel that there has been so much of that focus and just weighing yourself down and putting yourself down and just adding more weight, adding more things to your plate that are just absolutely unnecessary at the moment. And it feels like you're just gonna crack, or you're gonna reach a point where it's like, bro, like, I'm so tired of carrying this shit. I don't even need to be doing this anymore. I don't want this anymore. Like, I'm done, I'm tired. And it kind of feels like you have that realization of, I just wanna be light. I wanna be free. I wanna have fun. I wanna have a good time. I don't wanna be serious all of the time. I want to be spontaneous. I want to be adventurous. I want to do things outside of my comfort zone. And so it seems to me that in November, there is that release. There is just like, fuck it. Like, I'm tired. I'm done. I don't want to deal with this anymore. It's not my responsibility. I'm going to leave it to the universe, and whatever happens, happens. And if it doesn't, awesome. That's fine. I'm over it. Whatever is meant to be will be. Right? And so it's like letting go of all of that burden and just kind of taking on your little bag. Going from carrying a ton of weight to just like your little thing. What the fuck is that called? A satchel? That's not a satchel. But it's that energy of freedom and liberating yourself. And with that Devil card reversed, again, liberating from yourself from that which you fell weak to, right? Whatever temptation that might have been, whatever false beliefs you might have had, whatever thing that you were striving towards, or whatever the case may be, whatever burdens you were carrying, right? Or whatever the fuck, right? That liberation from that thing. Maybe some of you have been so focused on trying to gain the approval of someone in your life who is a Knight of Cups, right? A Knight of Cups reversed, to be exact. So someone who was emotionally unavailable. Maybe you have been chasing or pining after someone who just simply isn't interested in you, or just is very emotionally unavailable, very emotionally immature. Maybe they had a lot of power over you. Maybe they gave you attention and then took it back, and that's what kind of kept you continuing to chase after them is because you wanted them, or maybe some of you wanted to save this person, or maybe some of you wanted to help them or nurture them or make them better in some sort of way. Maybe some of you wanted to feel special, like you were the one that was meant for this person, you were the one who was meant to help them or save them or make them better, right? And the thing is, that comes from a place of ego, really. Like I want to be the one who's different, I want to be the one who does this for them. And it's like, is that really unconditional love? Is that really a loving relationship? Or is this just something to soothe your ego and to make you feel better about yourself? And so with the Devil card reversed and with the Knight of Cups reversed, this is showing me like them no longer having a hold over you, them no longer, maybe you no longer valuing their attention as much anymore, or no longer valuing their attention, period. No longer pining after them, no longer chasing for their validation, their attention, their affirmation, their reassurance, whatever the case may be. It seems as though this person may have strung you along, and maybe this relationship is something that has been bogging you down, right? And just this, like something that you've been wanting to work, right? You've been carrying the weight of the relationship, trying to make it work, trying to make them happy, trying to please them, you know, carrying their baggage and trying to fix not only them, but yourself, and trying to help, and not even yourself anymore. It got to a point where you were so focused on them that you couldn't even focus on yourself, right? And there was just that cycle of them just being really hot and cold with you, them really being immature or emotionally manipulative or doing whatever it is to keep you in the palm of their hand. And it seems that it's gotten to the point where you're just like over it. Like you no longer want to be in that position. You no longer want to feel powerless. You no longer want to carry their shit or try to help them or try to fix them or whatever the case may be. And you end up as the Fool, you know, walking away from your old life, right? With the Fool here and with the Devil card here, you know, the Fool is walking away from the devil, it's facing away from the devil. And the Knight of Cups reversed is facing the Fool. It's almost as though like, come back, I want you back, stay here in this devil energy with me, stay here in this power play with me. And it seems that you're just over it. It's no longer fulfilling. It's not doing anything for you. It's never been fulfilling in the first place. And it's almost as though you are no longer naive to the situation. It feels that for a while, you may have tried to be naive or tried to turn the other cheek in terms of the situation. But no more. That is happening no more in November, or that is what you are kind of heading towards or need to head towards in the month of November here. Yes. And then with this Moon card, this talks about fear of the unknown. So maybe there is that sort of hesitation of letting go, of moving forward, of taking a leap of faith into new territory, right? The fear of the unknown, not really knowing what to expect. You usually want to stay in your comfort zone, especially as a Cancer. As a Cancer, you want to stay in your comfort zone and so what is familiar with you, right? But I think that there is the realization that it's just not stable for you. It's not long lasting. It's not, what's the word? I don't remember the word, but it's just simply not stable. It's not long lasting. It's not fulfilling. The foundation in this relationship, it's just not working. Like there has to be a change in environment. There has to be a change in approach. And that's kind of like, that's what it is. It's time, basically. It's time to just leave, to let him go. And with those changes, whether it's a change in environment, whether it's a change in attitudes or change in approach or whatever the case may be, you come out as the Queen of Wands. And I feel like that is something that this Knight of Cups has tried avoiding, because the Knight of, like, when someone tries to keep you in the palm of their hand, in many cases, or in a lot of cases, they do that because it makes them feel powerful and because they like the power play. And for a lot of people, they do that because they know that if you are no longer in the palm of their hand, that you realize that you were a lot stronger than you were basically convinced of. Like they were convinced of in the past. Like you were a lot stronger than you may have believed in the past. Like you are a lot more empowered, a lot more beautiful, a lot more bold, a lot more desirable, a lot more of whatever it is than this person has tried to convince you of. This person, I feel like, may have tried to convince you that you were worthless, or that you were are not deserving of something, or that you were just very small and helpless, and that this person, or that you need this person. But the thing at the end of the day is that you're coming through as the Queen of Wands, and this person is a Knight of Cups reverse. Like, this person is immature. They are very lacking in experience and lacking in emotional regulation. Meanwhile, here you are the Queen of Wands, very bold, very beautiful, desirable, worthy, just abundant and gorgeous, and all of the above, everything that you could ever possibly want, right? You are this fiery, gorgeous being. And I feel like in November, you are growing into that being. And if you are not dealing with the person, this Knight of Cups reverse could simply be your own energy, and you evolving away from this energy. You learning how to regulate your emotions healthily. You learning to communicate your emotions healthily, no longer being so passive aggressive all of the time. You being mindful of taking things personally, or taking things as a personal attack, and so on and so forth. Kind of breaking free from such strong emotional impulses, or from some strong unhealthy emotional coping mechanisms, or emotional habits, or habits relating to your emotions and how you cope with them, and like how you deal with life, and so on and so forth. It's you're outgrowing that, essentially. And yes, it's really uncomfortable, and yes, it's different, and it requires a lot of change and evolution, and you basically need to hang on for the ride. But at the end of the day, it's really worth it, because you're coming through, or you're finishing off with the Ten of Wands reverse. So you're no longer, you're freeing yourself of the burdens, freeing yourself of things that don't serve you, freeing yourself of things that have been holding you back, of holding you down, and things along those lines. And then you come through as the Queen of Wands, like a bad bitch, unstoppable, determined, beautiful, resilient, all of these things and more. You know what I'm saying? So my advice to you, Cancer, is to remind yourself of your worth, to remind yourself of how powerful you are. And even if you don't see that now, to imagine what your best self would be, and what your higher self would be, and to strive towards that, and to do that higher self a favor, and to cut off people and baggage and things that are not helping you, that bring you down, that make you feel like shit, that make you feel unworthy, that make you feel like you are purposeless, or whatever the case may be. To let that go, and go towards this Queen of Wands energy. How can you get to this Queen of Wands energy here? What changes can you make to reach that point? And yes, it's uncomfortable. Yes, it's awkward. Yes, it might even be painful, but it is worth it. It is always worth it to reach that point, one way or another, right? Evolution isn't easy. If it was, everyone would be doing it. So yes, that's what I have for you, Cancer. I hope that resonates. I hope that you were able to get something out of this. And with that being said, I will talk to you later. Bye.